There comes a moment in life when everything begins to feel different. Not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did. It happens quietly at first. You start noticing what drains you. You begin recognizing what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. The conversations that once felt normal start to feel heavy. The environments you once tolerated begin to feel suffocating. And suddenly, something inside of you decides, I can't keep doing this the same way anymore. That moment is the beginning of boundaries. But not the loud kind that people often talk about. Not the dramatic speeches. Not the social media announcements about cutting people off. Not the confrontational energy that tries to prove a point. Those kinds of boundaries are often still tied to external validation. They are reactions. The boundaries that truly change your life are much quieter. They are subtle. They are internal. And yet they are so powerful that both you and the people around you can feel them without a word being said. When you start setting real boundaries with yourself and others, your life begins to hit differently. Your energy shifts. Your decisions become clearer. Your presence becomes stronger. And the most interesting part is that you don't have to explain it to everyone. People can sense it. Real boundaries begin with the relationship you have with yourself. Before you can set limits with the world, you have to set limits with your own habits, your own patterns, and your own willingness to tolerate things that are beneath your growth. This is where most people struggle, because it's easier to say someone else is the problem than to admit that we allowed certain behaviors to continue for too long. It's easier to blame toxic environments than to recognize that we stayed in those environments even after we knew they weren't healthy for us. But when you start establishing boundaries within yourself, something powerful happens. You begin holding yourself accountable to the life you say you want. You stop entertaining distractions that pull you away from your purpose. You stop responding to every message, every opinion, and every invitation that drains your energy. You start protecting your time. You start protecting your peace. You start protecting your focus. And the moment you do that, your life begins to shift. The opportunities you attract start changing. The conversations you engage in become more meaningful. The way people approach you begins to feel different. Not because you announced your boundaries, but because your energy now communicates them. Subtle boundaries create a frequency shift. Think about the people you've encountered in life who carry a quiet confidence. They don't argue about their worth. They don't chase validation. They don't try to convince anyone to respect them. Yet somehow, people naturally respect them. Why? Because their boundaries are clear internally. They know what they will and will not tolerate. They know where their energy belongs. They know their purpose matters more than temporary approval. And that clarity creates a presence that people can feel. When you begin operating like that, certain things naturally fall away from your life. Some people will drift out of your orbit, certain dynamics will stop working, some relationships will become distant. And that's okay. Growth often requires space. The truth is, not everyone will understand your boundaries. Some people benefited from the version of you that didn't have them. Some people were comfortable when you overextended yourself for their convenience. Some people enjoyed access to your time, your energy, and your attention without giving much in return. So when you begin to move differently, it can feel uncomfortable for them. But that discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. Your responsibility is to honor the life you are building. When your boundaries become stronger, you stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop overcommitting to situations that drain you. You stop chasing approval from individuals who never planned to give it anyway. And something powerful begins to happen inside you. You begin experiencing peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. Peace becomes a byproduct of alignment. When you are aligned with your boundaries, your life starts moving with more intention. You become more selective about where your energy goes. You become more protective of your focus. You become more aware of what deserves your attention and what doesn't. This awareness is powerful because it creates momentum in the right direction. Imagine how much energy people lose every day arguing, defending themselves, trying to prove their value, or trying to keep relationships alive that were never meant to grow with them. That energy could have been invested into their purpose, their growth, their vision, and their future. Boundaries reclaim that energy. They allow you to redirect your focus toward the life you are meant to build. And the beautiful thing about subtle boundaries is that they don't require constant confrontation. You don't have to argue, you don't have to debate, you don't have to convince anyone of anything. You simply move differently. You respond differently. You show up differently. And people begin adjusting to the new version of you. Some will respect it. Some will distance themselves. Some will test it. But eventually, everyone learns that your energy operates on a different level now. And that's when life truly starts hitting differently. You start waking up with a sense of clarity. You feel lighter because you are no longer carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. Your decisions become easier because you are no longer trying to please everyone around you. You begin realizing that boundaries are not walls designed to keep people out. They are filters designed to allow the right energy in. Healthy relationships actually thrive around clear boundaries. The right people will appreciate them. The right people will respect your space. The right people will honor the version of you that is growing. In fact, boundaries are often what protect the best relationships in your life. They prevent resentment. They prevent imbalance. They create clarity around expectations and respect. Without boundaries, relationships slowly become draining. With boundaries, relationships become sustainable. And the most powerful boundary you can set is the commitment to your own growth. When you decide that your peace matters, your purpose matters, your mental clarity matters, your time matters, everything begins to align differently. You begin choosing environments that nurture your evolution. You begin surrounding yourself with people who uplift your vision instead of questioning it. You begin investing your energy into things that actually move your life forward. This is when the phrase "life hits differently" becomes real. Because now you are living intentionally instead of reacting emotionally. You are building your life instead of constantly repairing damage. You are protecting your energy instead of constantly recovering it. And the most powerful part about this transformation is that it often happens quietly. There is no big announcement. There is no dramatic shift that everyone sees. But internally, everything changes. Your standards rise. Your focus sharpens. Your peace deepens. And the life you are building begins reflecting that shift. If this message resonates with you, I want you to comment "resonate" in the comments. Your voice matters, and your engagement helps this message reach more people who may need to hear it. Also, take a moment to like this video. Share it with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every like, every comment, and every share helps expand this community of people committed to growth and alignment. And if you would like to support the continued growth of this channel and help us create more impactful messages like this, you can contribute through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Your support truly means a lot, and it helps keep this mission moving forward. Thank you to everyone who has already contributed and supported the channel. Your encouragement, your engagement, and your generosity are deeply appreciated. Remember this: when you start setting real boundaries with yourself and others, life doesn't just change around you, you change within it. And once that shift happens, everything begins to hit differently.